Welcome to Ninja Monkey streaming. We're live. Hopefully, we're live. And thank you for your time. As always, just a quick reminder and just a reminder of what we do here. My name is Nathan. I'm Ninja Monkey. This channel is all about traveling around Japan as a tourist, and we speak about all sorts of things from travel tips, itineraries, and I try to answer your Japan travel questions. So if you do have any, then please write at Ninja Monkey Guy to get my attention, or simply make sure that you write question nice and clear so I can answer your question. And we have some incredible people in the chat that will also help. I'm not the only one with travel experience, and I'm going to be totally honest, I don't know every single answer to the question, so I really admire that I have people down there in the chat to help out too. So without any more wasting time, let's get to the chat and see who is who's here and who's not. Hey, we start off already with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Jim Ross. Arigato gozaimasu. We've got loads of new members. If you are a member, you can use your new emojis that you now have unlocked, and it's a great way to support the channel. So yeah, thank you so much. Awesome. Hi Nathan, just waiting for another interesting video. Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully. Let's just hope. Oh boy. Good evening from the Netherlands. Good evening. How are you doing, Mark? Gold Coast. Hi everyone. 42 days to go. Well, I think that lots of people now are doing the countdown to their trip in Japan, because it's that time of the year. A lot of people have either left, arriving, or will be leaving very shortly. Spring is in the air, and we're in the middle of Sakura bloom, pretty much probably the peak today or tomorrow or whatever. So very good. Tommy is here. Thanks for being here. Japanaholics indeed assemble. Very true. Very true. Kazumi, how are you doing? And Kampai Nathan, what happened to the emoji target? Did we make it? Godzilla is waiting. We need. I'm going to tell you what we need, because I looked it up earlier, and I'm going to tell you right now. We don't just need an emoji target, because I'm happy with the gifting. I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna get the Godzilla in there, promise. However, the issue that we have right now isn't the target. It's, where are we? The issue right now is that I need, for extra emojis, we will need an additional 2 more members. To get an extra emoji, we need 2 more members. Basically, emojis are unlocked as numbers of members are basically gained. So the more members that there are, the more opportunities for emojis. So yeah, there we go. But thanks for the support, dude. We'll get there soon. A ninja is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Very good. I like that. I actually like that quite a lot. 20 days left and we take off. Wow, 20 days is nothing, dude. 20 days is nothing. Gifted 5 Ninja Monkey memberships. There we go. So just like that, you should have unlocked. Let me just check. You should have unlocked the membership, the extra emoji. So let me see if it's unlocked. I won't be able to do it right now, but I'll be able to do it straight after. Why does it say 2 more members needed? Maybe it's just not high. Maybe it's not updated, but it says 2 more members needed. Why? Emojis. Oh yeah, I can add another emoji. Awesome. Yay, I have access to add another emoji. Won't be able to do it right now, but arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Hi Ross the goat. Hey Philippe, how you doing? Sorry if I missed any of your questions or anything. How much yen do you need for 21 days? I say this all the time. Every single person is different. I try to aim for around 10,000 yen spending money a day, but I'm not a first-time traveler. I don't need to do really any souvenir shopping or any fancy eating, if that makes any sense. So basically 10,000 yen will probably do me quite well for eating. and for drinking and for getting around the city, if that makes any sense. Now, if you want to buy souvenirs and stuff like that, then you might not have enough there. Hey, thank you, Gold Coast. Also a member. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, Blue Sky, how you doing? Everyone's here. I think Common Commenters here also. Evening. Depends on what the plan is spending and luxury habits. Exactly. It all depends. The way that I've done it, and I've said this many times, the way that I personally do it is I personally literally just do sort of like I have 10,000 yen. I try to eat lunch at restaurants because there are lunch set menus which are very cheap. You can eat under 2,000 yen at lunchtime. Then I'll spend my money as I need as the day sort of progresses, and then any money left over goes into a piggy bank. So the next day I have more money to spend, and that's it basically. Gonna go crash it a bit. Hey, first hello. I mind giving a quick rundown on what I missed between last August and this July. Whew, loads, loads, pilot lads. How much yen? Like I said, I think I've answered that question. It all depends on how you're gonna spend the money. If it's including hotels and all that, that's a whole other thing, you know. JJI is in the house. Japan. Hope you're doing well. And I wanted to say happy Mother's Day to all of you who celebrate Mother's Day. Is Mother's Day in the British Isles, in the United Kingdom, etc. So all of you mothers, thanks for being great and amazing and awesome. Question: I struggle to find online luggage delivery from Sapporo to my next destination. Any advice of the company you may have used in the past? Carlos, I usually do my luggage forwarding directly with the hotel at the hotel lobby. I've never had to book online, never done it online. So the only alternative ways that I've ever used luggage forwarding is actually by doing it via a combini, and using their Yamato services at a combini. Your best bet is usually probably go to Yamato website, check their routes, check where they basically travel, where they travel to. That's what I suggest that you do. I was seeing extremely cheap hotel prices in Tokyo for August, but how much heat can I handle for a good deal? Oh, that's a good question. Well, I handle a lot of heat for a good deal. Are we there now with the members target? We are. Lord McGray, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just need to set up, get the Godzilla done, and I don't think I'll be able to do it right now. Unless Japan Ichiban wants to send me a square image of a Godzilla that I could potentially make into an emoji right now. I can't. So, Jennifer! Hey Jenny, how you doing? Genki indeed. You're getting closer to your trip too. You must be super excited, I can imagine. 42 days to go. Um, 10 days for Lord McGray. Wow, 10 days. That's like a week and nothing. A week and nothing. I have a question. Is it better to take the Keikyo line to Shinagawa or the monorail to Hamamatsucho Station when arriving at Haneda? I usually take the one that's soonest, if that makes any sense. Personally, I like the Hamamatsucho, but I've done it both ways. Usually, if the Shinagawa, if the train to the Keikyo line to the Shinagawa is arriving, is departing earlier than the monorail, that's what I will take, if that makes any sense. But they're both very easy, both very similar, about the same thing. So, hey, thank you so much, banana fans. Thank you so much. There, Frog Lady, arigatou gozaimasu. I have my Tokyo banana has just fallen on the floor, but it's in a plastic. I have my Tokyo banana at the ready here, and actually, the good news, I guess, or the bad news, is that I only have one left, which basically means that I have 1 week left after this Tokyo banana. Well, I have one more Sunday stream before I'm in Japan, because I'm sort of using, it's kind of funny, I'm using Tokyo Bananas like a countdown timer. I put like how many weeks till my next Japan trip in the freezer, and then I start eating them, and I then know how many sort of weeks we have. So I have 2 Tokyo Bananas left, so that means I have 2 weeks left. Crazy, I know. Everyone has their methods. Everyone has their madness, right? Well, that's the way that I'm doing it. Although every now and then I have screwed the whole system up by eating one during Happy Gaijin. But hey, maybe I have to count for those in the future. Hey, just roaming around. Nice video on anxiety. Thank you so much. You know, I was thinking about it. Everybody thinks that I'm this perfect traveler, I'm assuming that people watch my content and they think that I know it all, and the fact is that I don't. And the fact is that I started at square one with plenty of anxiety. My first trip to Japan was on my own. It was actually my first long haul flight, and I had lots of anxieties, and I think that it was important to talk about it. Not everyone is this super person, and I've had a few comments on the comment section of that video saying, "How can you be anxious? You're going to Japan." But the fact of the matter that everybody has different anxieties when it comes to travel, and I listed many that I have experienced personally. Most of them I've overcome, and I think that's the whole point of the video. The video that I put together, hopefully, is that you can overcome these things through experience, through doing them. And at the end of the day, what I've learned is that you basically get on with it, and things sort of have a way to settle. Things have a way of working out. There are a few anxieties that I'm still, travel anxieties. The loudspeaker anxiety one was a weird one that came to my mind because I remember once being at a train station, and there was an announcement on the loudspeaker, or was it on a train? I was on a train. That's it. I was on the train, and there was an announcement through the train's PA system, and all of a sudden everybody got up and started getting off the train. But I didn't know what the announcement said, and that gave me a lot of anxiety. What do I do? What's happening? And then somebody thankfully came back and explained to me that we had to change train. So that was a real anxiety. Driving in Japan is still something that I'm working through, especially in busier locations. But yeah, I hope that it's helped people out. That's the whole point. It's really funny, that video, because it's gained very few subscribers. So very few people have hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. But it's got a lot of comments, a lot of people, interacting and giving their stories of anxiety. It's good. I feel like it's opened up an area that isn't really spoken about. That last video, I had a flashback to all the language anxiety taught me. I won't take loads for an answer. That's why I wrote quick rundown. Most major points. Well, since the summer, I've been back to Japan in October during Halloween. I've been back to Japan for New Year's period. I've been back to Japan in February, just a few weeks ago. I'll be going back to Japan in 2 weeks' time, and then I'll be going back to Japan for the summer for 6 weeks. So a lot has been going on. That's why I'm saying a lot. Lord Frog Lady, hello. My spending definitely goes up when I am on holiday. Yeah, well, I can imagine. I've been called a mother, but it was never celebratory. Mother Froggy, yeah. When's your countdown? You arrive the day I leave, I think, or the day after I leave. Make origami. How are you doing? Hey there. When is your next trip to Tokyo, to Japan? And where you around which cities? My next trip is gonna be. I actually arrive on I think it's the 13th of April. So I set off on the 12th and arrive on the 13th in the morning. It's an early morning arrival. It's kind of nice, 9 a.m. in the morning arrival, always good. And then basically I'll be sticking to Tokyo. Whenever I go on these short trips, it's only going to be 8 nights in Japan. And whenever I spend a short, like a week or 8 days or whatever, I tend to just stick to Tokyo and maybe do some day trips here and there, which is probably what I'll do. Now, I'll actually be Ueno based. Yay, Ueno! And in the summer is when I do all my traveling. In the summer, I've already calculated I have 18 different hotels I'll be staying at across 6 weeks in the summer. Lots of travel going on there. Hey, Voltage! Thank you so much for joining the. Oops. Hey, thank you so much. I've just seen. Let me see if I can download the Japantrip YouTube and just send me a Godzilla. Very cute Godzilla, I have to say. Very, very cute Godzilla. I love it. Let me see. It's how do I save this? Damn it. Let me save it. God. I'm gonna try and add the emoji now if I can. It might be a little bit big. Let's see. Godzilla. Upload emoji. Okay, we've got a Godzilla emoji for now. Anyway, I'll have to fix it up and take away the background, etc. Nathan, you've been pumping out some great YouTube videos. Thank you so much, Kazumi. It's nice to hear nice comments like that. I sometimes feel like it's not getting a lot of. I mean, to be honest, I'm happy with the content that I'm putting out. I'm happy with the feedback that I'm getting from the content. But I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm not happy with the way that YouTube is reacting to the content. My views are really low, really down this year. Since about December, January, my views are basically half of what I was getting last year. So I mean, it is what it is. But hey, I spend too much on food delivery at home. So I think I may spend less on food on a typical day in Japan. Probably. Hey, yes, hit the like button. Allow Nathan to stay 1 more hour in Japan. Yeah, I think that Mark G, when it comes to table log, anything above a 3 is pretty good, I would say. Anything above a 3 is pretty good, to be honest. Man with no life, how are you doing? 80 days left, then finally Japan again. 80 days, wow. That's like nothing also. I mean, it's 80 days, but it's nothing, really. Seriously. Not necessarily. But they also show stores that might not be as advertised to foreigners. I don't know what you're talking about, but hello. Lord Matt Gray showing off the Godzillas. I need to do a transparent background version. But roar. Howdy Nathan and Monkey Crew. Howdy. The mysterious dark magic of the algorithm. Yeah, well, it's not just that. I know what it is. It's a combination of things. It's a fact. I mean, it's a lot of things. First of all, it's a fact that I feel that I am being outcompeted. It is what it is. There are some channels that have popped up in the last year doing news content, doing pretty much even copying some of my titles at the beginning, maybe not now. Copying the style of my thumbnails at the beginning, maybe not so much now. And some of these channels have actually surpassed me in subscribers in a year. And I've been doing this for much longer than a year. And some of them have double the subscribers that I have. I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe I'm not as good as them, and that's what it is. But hey, I'm not gonna think about that too much. I'm not gonna try to compare myself. But I do feel that I am being outcompeted. Also, I think that it doesn't help that I am trying, and I have been trying to move away from just Japan news content. My Japan travel updates usually perform relatively well, usually. But I can't just be doing that. It's I like doing it. It's very informative, but it's not something that's very exciting to me. So I'm trying to branch out and do things that I actually enjoy. I liked doing the less visited series. That's a very fun one for me to do, and I've got more to film. When it comes to less visited locations in Tokyo, I like doing more like in-depth topics, like the smoking one, the Latin town, the immigration town that I went to, and I've got some ideas that I'm going to be working on in the next on the next trip for you guys. But obviously, what happens is that when I put out a video that subscribers aren't normally used to, and a lot of people subscribe for the travel for the travel updates, when they see something that doesn't really fit in with what they're expecting, they don't watch for as long. And YouTube sort of thinks, hey, you know, if Nathan's subscribers aren't watching this video, it must not be very good, and it doesn't. It takes a very long time anyway to pop up. You know, for example, I'll give you an example. The Nagoya video that I did, that Nagoya video is just taking off now. So right now, that Nagoya video is getting, I would say, 1,000 views every 3 days, which is very good. I'm very happy with that. But it's taken like a year. It's taken pretty much a year, more or less, or a little bit over a year, a little bit under a year, for that, or 7 months or whatever, for it to get there. The train video, the train navigating around Tokyo video, that video, it's been a year, I think now. Maybe not a year, but it's been a year, I think, just about. And only now I feel that it's starting to get maybe 1,000 views every 2 or 3 weeks, you know. So maybe 1,000 views a month, or 1,000, you know. And it's just one of those things. I am being outcompeted. The algorithm doesn't know what to do with or YouTube doesn't know what to do with my channel. But hey, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. What's that, Godzilla Cowboy? Godzilla Cowboy. I discovered you this year. Yay! Awesome. Thank you for discovering me this year. I hope that the content is up to standard, up to good standards. They might have more subs, Nathan, but I bet you have the best community. That is true. That is true. I mean, I cannot fault this community. Positive, helpful, always wanting to give and help one another. I'm very proud of this community. It's a positive one, and I'm really proud of that. I mean, the fact that we're here to help each other, and I think we all come from the same place. It's basically a place of just wanting our fellow human being to have an amazing Japan trip, right? I heard of this behavior of YouTube from other long-established streamers. Seems YouTube is pushing established YouTubers back and promotes newer creators more. It seems that way, but hey. My Wi-Fi down at home on the smartphone. Hello from the smartphone of Clay. Subs. I was only feeling yesterday your subs will start to grow faster soon. Hang in there. Thank you, Gazumi. Like I said, I'm not going to stress about it. It's something that in the past I have stressed about, but now I've just come to the realization that as long as I have a community that support me, and thankfully you guys support me through Patreon, through super chats and stuff like that, as long as I can have some kind of income to keep the channel running and have a very positive community like you guys, then, you know, that's all I need really. Because in reality, I wouldn't actually be able to go to Japan as often as I do if it wasn't for your support really. So that's basically what it comes down to. So yeah. Ooh. Got a super chat. Talk about super chat. But my screen is... Why is my screen... Again... This is the best community though. You are the best. Don't be down on me. I'm not down on myself. I don't want to sound like this is me pity-pattying. Promise. I am very happy with this community. I was answering a question, you know, like honestly, like I'm very happy with the channel. You could always aspire to more, but I'm very happy with the community. Honestly, I am. Okay, how do I? Okay, let me just my chat is slowly doing something weird. Coexist, thank you so much. Your videos are always appreciated. Arigato gozaimasu. You guys are appreciated too, you know, seriously. Like, can you imagine? I mean, you know, like, I remember when I first started, I remember the very first live stream. It might be fun to actually react to my very first live stream. It was a random live stream that I did. It was in 2022, I think. Oh my God, we've been streaming for 3 years? Crazy. It was December 2022 and I had COVID. Maybe it was even 2021 to be honest. But I remember I had COVID. I was in isolation. I couldn't leave my house. I was alone. And at the time, my channel maybe had like 6,000 subscribers or something like that. And I thought, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna make some, what was it, some Lego or something. I made some Lego on a stream. That was my very first stream, and it developed from there. I met you guys. I hanged out with you guys. It was always so cool. Thank you so much. Here's to more away from the mainstream location videos. Yay! Well, I've got one that I want to return to because I'm not happy with what I filmed. I'm that kind of person. I want to make sure that that I actually get the shots that I want. Some places deserve those shots, you know? So let's see, where are we? If I miss any of your comments, I'm so sorry. Please write them again. Love to watch your videos, and I tell others that are interested in Japan to follow you. Even my girlfriend follows you. Hey, girlfriend, man, woman with no life. Would that be your girlfriend? I guess. Hello, how are you doing? Actually, something really interesting happened to me on Friday. On Friday morning, I was walking to work, or maybe it was Thursday morning. I was walking to work, and finally, this young lad was walking behind me, and he sort of caught up with me, and he said to me, "Hey, are you Ninja Monkey?" Like random. This is here in my hometown. And I'm like, "Yeah, yes, I am." And he said, "Oh my goodness, me and my friends, we watch you. We watch you. Would it be okay if I take a selfie with you?" This was like at 8:15 in the morning. And I think that's the first time, probably the first time I've ever had a selfie with somebody like that sort of experience here in my hometown. So he was so nice, such a nice guy. Like, YouTube is not promoting premieres and new materials for unknown reasons. Apparently, I want to view 5-year-olds or or old material. I really like the Latin episode, and the places you might not know of was amazing. But you see what happens here, Blue Sky, is that Latin video. I loved putting that video together. It was so interesting going there. I liked editing. I liked the fact that I was able to use my Spanish skills. But for those of you who don't know, I speak Spanish. Hola, puedo hablar español. Vosotros que no sabéis que yo puedo hablar en español, hablo español. So I can speak Spanish. But unfortunately, you just look at that video. You just go onto my video page, and that video is dead. It's literally dead. It's literally stuck at 1,200 views or whatever. Very few views. So that sends a very strong signal to me. You know, like a lot of efforts for very little return. There are some videos that I will do because I just have passions for them. I love, for example, the Yamanote Line Challenge, the Ginza Line Challenge. Those train challenges, for me, they're fun. They're a way of experiencing Tokyo in a different way, and they're also a great way of hanging out with somebody, a friend or another content creator. And I'll be doing one of those when I'm in Tokyo in the next 2 weeks, with a creator called Red Value, who sometimes comes onto the chat here. So I'm looking forward to that, because those are the videos that I really don't care I mean, obviously I'd hope they would do well, but it's one of those videos that it's fun. It's I think for YouTube you need and I'll stop talking about YouTube and I'll go back to the Japan, because I know that some of you are here for that. But I think for YouTube, for me, I'm trying to hit three, maybe four different pillars. One of them is the content that I know YouTube wants me to make, and that is the sort of like travel update videos. That's what YouTube wants me to make. You know, that's what YouTube says. When I make one, YouTube sends me a strong signal, good views. We like it when you do that, you know. The second pillar is an evergreen video, so something that can live there, and can slowly, very slowly gain views, gain views. And then the third pillar is something that's easy to make, something that doesn't take me a long time to put together. For example, actually that anxiety video didn't take me a long time to put together. Something easy, something that I don't have to stress about. And then the fourth pillar would be something that I love, that I don't care about. So if I keep to those four pillars of content creation, then I won't burn out, if that makes any sense. If I'm just always making update videos and following what the algorithm tells me, I'm gonna burn out. So my four pillars: update videos, evergreen content, something that's easy to film, and finally something that's a passion project, and that's what I am revolving the channel around. I'm in July in Japan from the first to 11th. Nice. I would you go? How would you go for the heat when you're outside? I want to visit temples and shrines. Very hot, very humid, very hot, but also the very beginning of rainy season there. So when it rains during rainy season, you get some respite from the heat. It's actually a positive, I think. I think people watch more videos about what the plan to do in Japan. I don't know. Depends on what how YouTube pushes it. But Nasi, how are you doing? Sweden. Views will continue to grow. I think you have a very particular brand that is hard to find in YouTube. Very authentic, very real. Thank you, Charlie M. Like I said, I'm not. This is not a pity party. I'm not here complaining about anything. I'm just sort of, having a conversation with you guys about YouTube. I think these topics cycle through a particular topics at certain times of the year. Yeah, pretty much. I think so. I mean, for example, my summer guide that I put out last year, like ages ago, last year, before summer last year, now is getting traction. Now is Nightbot still not you working, dude? You need to remind me to fix it. I forgot. The good thing with the explainers is they're evergreen, exactly evergreen content, whereas updates aren't something you can rewatch. Indeed, indeed. You just need to be patient with those. Hey, Tony G. Hello, Ninja. I watch as much as I can. Don't worry, guys. Like I've said it a million times to everybody. Especially other content creators. You don't have to watch if you're making content, focus on your content. You don't need to watch um all of my content. I appreciate it though. Let's see. When I suggested to wash your head back, I did not mean you to bleach it. Hello, McGray. Actually, I found it. This one, and I have another two somewhere. I think I might have just put them away really well, but I found this one. It was in the kitchen for some reason, in the drawer with my like utensils. Strangely, very strange. It was December 2021. Philippe, oh my God, seriously? December 2021. That's absolutely crazy how time has flown. I'm very tempted to maybe in a future Happy Gaijin video go back to that live stream. Oh my God, it would be so cringy. I had the worst hairstyle ever. What was I thinking? Oh my God. I can only speak for myself, but I feel like I'm a part of this channel where other channels can only observe. Yeah, you guys are all part of the channel. I really feel like 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 I want to. It's not like I feel like I know you. It's I feel like I want to hang out with you, if that makes any sense. So I feel like that's why it would be so cool to hang out with some of you, you know? You're the best around. Zing, how you doing? I read and watch so many videos. Now I am more confused than ever where I should stay in Tokyo at October. I would like to stay in Shibuya, but it's too expensive for me. Maybe Shinjuku or Ueno. So Zing, then if you want to stay in Shibuya, then I want to talk about another concept, and that is using areas like this, like as if they were like finding satellite stations. So you have these main stations at Shibuya, but you can find satellite stations that are one stop or two stops, preferably one stop away from that station that or the area that you want to stay at, and that would probably be a very very good way of finding accommodation. Um, find use my last where to stay in Tokyo video that hopefully somebody can link. Anyway, time for Coke Zero. Kampai, amigos, Tomodachis. Here's to another few years of Tomodachi. How was the time working for you guys? Because, hey, new member, thank you so much. Artorius94, arigatou gozaimasu. Thanks so much. Got loads of new members today. Awesome. I don't know how many more emojis we need for another, how many more members we need for for another emoji, but I know, but it's the only time I have longer holidays. Then I say it a lot of times, Zing. I'm gonna say it again. I know Japan Ichiban says it also, but I always say that that I always say it's better to go to Japan when you can go to Japan than not to go Japan at all. So that's what I say. I miss a random Yamanote and Chuo. I hadn't started watching yet. I had to go back to that. I think you like those ones. Those were so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, Zing, the video that I put together about it's basically not every area, but a lot of areas, and I go up. I talk about the pros and the cons. Maybe have a hook. I try to have a hook. I try to have a hook in most of my videos. I really like random stations content. I really did it myself. Yeah. Ooh, I've missed something. Or Aquarius. I missed something. But I don't know what. What is JJI reminding me of every Sunday? 3.5 years ago. Oh my god, guys. Can you think about this? I mean, I'm very proud of myself. Talk about commitment. Talk about commitment. 3.5 years of having a live stream show pretty much every single week. Pretty much every single week. Wow. Frog Lady, you are a channel star, as is Jim, as is many of you. All of you are channel stars. Your ferry trip plan sounds really interesting. Blue Sky Cliff. Thank you, Ninja and chat people. A satellite station sounds really good. Yeah, man. Like I want to talk about that in the future about satellite stations. I mean, you don't have to just stick to that main station. Find a station that's close enough. It won't be as convenient, but if you really want to be in a certain area, that's a way to do it. Really, if, many of these satellite stations they are even close enough for you to walk many times. Yes, we got plenty of new members, but we could always use more likes. Indeed, I don't know how many likes we have. We have 35 likes, 36 likes. What the heck? Deciding where you stay in Tokyo depends on your budget. That can be a big factor. How long you stay, and how cozy you want the place where you rest. If you stay short, it makes sense trying to be in the very center. I don't know, Cyril, because I think the difficulty with Tokyo is define the center. That's the problem, really. Define the center. There are many. I think that Tokyo is a city that is divided on what you're interested in, rather than specifically a central point. Hey, Alyssa, thank you so much. Alicia, sorry, Alicia. I need to get it right. Alicia, thank you so much. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. I love my trip to Japan in 2024. I'm planning another one in 2026 with friends and family. Love your channel. Thank you so much. I'm glad that we can like help you, and I hope that we can help you create a really fantastic trip for 2026 with your friends and your family. We're here to support you. I'm here to give you tips, and we're all here in this together. Thank you for your content. All of you took away my anxieties um, with your tips. Yay! Awesome. Great stuff. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you were able to travel anxiety free. It's very stressful sometimes traveling, yeah? Couldn't find one in Ueno, Akihabara. Booked a hotel right next to Kanda Station. Exactly. Satellite stop. Indeed, Nate. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think that could be a like, big tip there. Satellite stations. It's second best, but Tokyo, anything is good. Like you're in Tokyo. You're in Tokyo, guys. It doesn't matter, right? 6:30 a.m. Gazumi. Wow. Wow. Taking the ferry overnight is something that I would like to do. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to do. And the title of this stream is "Not Everything is Perfect When You Travel," and that is because I was thinking this anxiety video got me thinking about things that haven't really gone, according to plan, including having to twice, two times having to change my plans as a result of a typhoon. Basically getting to a destination thinking that I could rent a car and everything was fully booked, meaning that I actually, there wasn't any point in staying in the island because I wouldn't be able to get around. From actually trains, Shinkansen trains actually being cancelled as a result of rainy season. That's happened a few times. So getting stranded at one point, by stranded I mean like missing a bus and having to wait at a random bus stop for 2.5 hours for the next bus. So all these things have happened to me, but I've just realized that at the end of the day, you can you just get on with it, you get on with it. I don't have my own emoji. That's because you do have an emoji, because there is a frog emoji already, frog lady. It's next to your face, next to your name, frog lady. There's already a frog, but you do have your own plushie. Canada's a great temple complex. Too on top of the hill. It's beautiful. Canada's nice, yeah. Do you have a hotel that you really like in Ueno? I like. I'm gonna be honest. I just stay in one of the appas in Ueno, just because literally I get to, when I'm in Tokyo, I feel like I don't do really like sightseeing, and all I need is a place that's clean, that's easily accessible, that is relatively affordable, and because I literally leave in the morning and I arrive late at night. So my upper hotels. But when it comes to hotels in general, I must admit that I am a fan of Dormi Inn and Sotetsu Fresa Inn hotels. Those hotels are pretty nice. Okay, reminding me about night pots every Saturday. But then what happens, Lord McGray and Japan in Japan? After the stream, I'm tired, and I start getting myself ready for Monday morning, and I forget. So I'm gonna be honest. Japan, less than a week to go for you. But for me, staying longer close to Asakusa is where you can find the cheapest hotels and one private room. I love Asakusa and Ueno, which is within walking distance, and then Akihabara. So whatever works for you. I mean, I love Asakusa. I'm not too keen on staying there though, but I go to Asakusa at least once every single trip. Amada Anya, good morning. Just woke up in Tokyo. Lucky person. Sadly about to fly home. Not lucky person. The past week has been amazing. I love it here. Was it your first trip? Hit the like button, Michaela. Hello and happy Mother's Day. I hope you've had a fantastic Mother's Day, and I look forward to hanging out, seeing you at some point in about 2 weeks or so. Center, I meant Shinjuku, Shibuya. I mean, yeah. You see, different people think of different areas as a center. A lot of people would actually argue that Tokyo Station is a center, like Cliff has just mentioned there. It literally is where everything leads to Tokyo Station. I feel like everything leads to Tokyo Station in a way, but I've been reserving in Kanda Station for years, walkable for Tokyo Station and Akihabara. Yeah. Have you started packing yet? Good question. Do you need any packing tips? I doubt it at this by this point. I like to use the term planning is just guessing, so make multiple guesses. That's a good one also, yeah. I just discovered the KQ Airport Line Express. I can take that train from Haneda Airport to Takaracho near Ginza, near my hotel. Awesome. I can then take the same train to Narita when I fly home. Wow, pretty cool. Started charging things, Jim. Does that count? Yeah, charging. Oh my God, you've just made. I mean, I've got 2 weeks before I go, but yeah, charging is a big issue for me. Your bag is permanently packed. I mean, I must admit that my suitcase always has at least a few main items in there. Like my international driver's permit is in there. My insurance documents are always in there. Some interesting things. I don't think I have one nearby to show you. I've got some special like my packing cubes are in there. Um, some important documents are in there. My postcards that I give away are in there also. Back in the clay, yeah, I had all those anxieties, but yeah, there was a drama. The protagonist remarked a school reminder. If you're on a trip, it's an adventure until you get home. So enjoy the adventure. Yes, 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 yes. What do I think about Toyoko Inn hotels? I think Toyoko Inn hotels are great. I mean, they are more basic versions of Appa hotels, but I wouldn't say they have much differences between them. They may be a little bit more simple. I think that I just prefer Appa over Toyoko Inns, but I will be staying in Toyoko Inns. I've stayed in various, and I will be staying in some even on this trip that I'm going on in the summer. I'll be staying. Nearly always stay in Kanda. Ooh. Sudacho, since the area is near Akihabara, usually has the best rates. Conveniently, the area of um, Yanagimori Shrine and Creepy Vending Machine Corner. I think the Creepy Vending Machine Corner is totally overrated. Oh, Centurion Hotel or Upper Hotel in Ueno. There's always nice hotels. The nicest hotel that I ever stayed in Tokyo was the Cerulean Tower Hotel. Seriously, I yeah, it's so expensive to stay there though. But I stayed there once for I think it was 5 nights, 4 or 5 nights with a friend. So it was much cheaper. um, Nathan needs a luggage sponsor. Actually, I need new. If anybody's watching, I do need a new suitcase. Just saying, anybody wants to sponsor me, I'm up for that. Nihonbashi is pretty good, yeah. Tokyo is so expensive these days compared to years ago when I complained about 5,000 yen a night. Hmm. Do I have annual travel insurance or do you get it for each trip? I have annual travel insurance because I travel to Japan every other month, basically. So, what's the biggest challenge you have found passing through Japanese customs? Joel, how are you? Hey, Joel. Hope you're doing well. I've been seeing your progress on Instagram. Getting fit, getting fit. What is my biggest challenge when passing through Japanese customs? I've never really had a challenge other than this time round when they stopped me, put me to one side, and asked me why I go to Japan so often. Kazumi Sugamo. Back in the clay is a Toyoko Inn member. Nathan, I heard they're going to remove the sealed duty-free bags at the airport and also remove the cap on duty-free spending in Japan. Yeah, that is part of the plan of the new system that should come into place, I believe, next year, 2026, I think. Although it seems that they're also starting to speed things up for all sorts of things that they said they were going to be doing in 2026, including the Jester, the ESTA entry system for Japan. There's talks of it being happening sooner than 2030, which was the original date, but we don't know the date yet. We know that there's a pilot version going on between Taiwan and Japan, but yeah, that will be one of the things that they will be doing. They will be raising the cap and removing the cap on duty free spending in Japan, and they'll be getting rid of the of that. But then the downside is that you're gonna have to you won't be able to get your money back in the moment. You'll have to do it when you exit the country. I'm sure your kids express appreciation, but I'm not sure that guy you hung around with did. Really? It's actually the sense? That's pretty cool. I stayed in Tokyo Inn at Fuji and it was nice and clean and the only one with a breakfast included. Yeah, they have a breakfast indeed. Hey Bill S, how you doing? Long time lurker. Thank you for lurking and thank you for chatting and saying hello. Love your content and suggestions for what sort of rail travel pass to get if someone is going to stay in Japan more than 3 weeks or traveling everywhere in Japan. Unfortunately, Bill, it depends on how often you travel. You can get a 3 week Japan rail pass, but it just depends on how often you're going to be traveling. For it to sort of make sense, you'd have to travel nearly every other day. Now that can be done in all sorts of different ways. It can be done where you're going to be using it every other day or every day for long distance day trips. That's one way of doing it. I know Japan Ichiban does something similar to that. Or like I do, and I can tell you that I'm going to be traveling across the first 3 weeks of my trip. It's going to be something like one, two, three, 7 or 8 different destinations across 3 weeks, or 9 different destinations across 3 weeks. And for me, getting the Japan Rail Pass isn't working out for me at all. So use the Japan Rail Pass calculator. I know it's very cliche. I know that I've said it many times, but the best thing that you can do is use the Japan Rail Pass calculator. Actually, the one from Navitime on the website is pretty good, I have to say. And all you do is you put in all the stations that you're planning to go to, and it will give you a grand total of how much it will cost, and it will basically tell you whether or not Japan Rail Pass is worth it. So yeah, without knowing the exact location that you're going to, it's very difficult to suggest. But nowadays, I mean, if you could be traveling for 3 weeks, then every other day, then yeah, it would probably work out for you. Another way of doing it is getting individual weekly passes. For example, you can use one pass for a week, and then let's say in the middle you spend some time in one city for an extended time amount of time, and then start your second rail pass for the last week. What place in Tokyo is underrated but seldom visited? Nase. Woof. I think that underrated but not visited. I think you need to check out my less visited Japan Tokyo videos, to be honest. Tokyo hidden gems video that Japan has put there. There's 2 videos of all sorts of underrated places in Tokyo. They're like I can't even start. Like right. How's my Tokyo banana coming on? Thinking of heading to Osaka at the end of April for the World Expo. Do you think it will be crowded that time of year? I think that first of all, the end of April, if you're going the end of April, you could potentially be hitting Golden Week. And if you are going during Golden Week, Tokyo Banana time, then it will be very crowded, very, very crowded. At the end of April, the beginning of May, that's Golden Week. Check the dates for Golden Week. So potentially that could be something that might might actually you might stumble upon many crowds. Right. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Sunday wouldn't be Sunday without this. I swear. Joel, we need to meet up soon. Okay, let me just refresh my chat because it's gone wonky again. Hmm. Hmm. Right, let's see. Yeah, Mark G has a very good point here. I know that Japanese Japan is also a Airbnb fan, but paying for 1,770 yen per night per person for 12 nights, party of four, and are doing day trips from there, um, with here and there an overnight stay in an upper. I think that when you are a bigger like group of people, then Airbnb or a family Airbnb will be a great option for you. But me as a solo traveler, I've looked it up. It's not worth the hassle for me. Osaka's cheaper than Tokyo for sure. You should ask Tokyo Banana to sponsor luggage. Can you imagine if they give me luggage in the shape of a banana? Nihonbashi plaque is a 0 kilometer marker point in Tokyo. Cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Lately, my visits to Japan are more deep than far and wide, so I'm usually staying in one spot and finding interesting spots in that area. Cool, cool, cool. Cigar attach. No problem. We're here to help. We're here to help. Ooh. Oh yeah, Blue Sky has a point here, and also that is that there are regional passes. So there are certain areas. For example, last year I used a Kyushu pass to travel around Kyushu, and it was cheaper doing it that way. If you're gonna travel around just Tohoku, maybe it'll be cheaper getting a pass. Oh, okay, yeah, that is true. The longer that you get a JR pass, the less frequent you have to travel to make it worthwhile. It's increasing marginal returns. But still use your JR calculator, Bill. My last trip November was the first hotel arrive, 12 days Shirahama, Wakayama, one night side trip. It's always interesting to see how different people do their Japan trips. Tokyo Banana is in the chat indeed. Loving the Tokyo Banana love. Loving the Tokyo Banana love there from all of you. You had Tokyo Banana 2 weeks ago. Nice. You're in Japan from April 23rd to the 12th of May. And I'm going to Fuji, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima during Golden Week by accident, but it's my first time, so we'll just put up with the crowds. Check out my Golden Week guide. I think, just if you plan and you know what to expect, you'll be fine, I think. Yeah, Mark G, the Hokuriku Pass is okay. if you want to go via the Hokuriku region, but it's not for everyone. I've used it before. But again, it's not for everyone. Some people literally just want to go from Tokyo to Osaka and you cannot, or from Tokyo to Kyoto and you cannot do that. Um, Basically, with that pass, you need to go a long, long way around. Alicia, you get them to send you Tokyo Banana. Lucky person. The banana virus. Osaka Hiroshima pass. There is a pass that I've used. What is it called? The pass is the no. Kaza Hiroshima pass. Sanyo Sanin area pass, maybe? The JR Sanyo Sanin area pass. I've used that one before, I think. Tokyo Osaka, April the 13th. So after Sakura main time, before Golden Week. Ooh. Do you think I need to book the Shinkansen already now? Or can you do it on the day? I wouldn't book. I don't think you need. I mean, if you have access to booking and you know exactly the train that you're going to take, you might as well book, is what I say. Always. But I don't think you need to book it now for that time. However, usually booking it, if you want to book it from the train station in Japan, you can usually do it the day before or the day or 2 days before. It depends on the route, to be honest. Tokyo to Osaka, there's a train every 10 or 15 minutes pretty much. So I don't think you'll have much of a problem unless you want to go at very specific times. For example, in the morning, then you'll probably want to book. I have the banana virus. Godzilla, Monkey Godzilla. Oh my god, Tokyo Banana neck pillows. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. We'll be in Japan middle of May 2025. I will be traveling with a tour group. Is May a cool or hot month to travel through Japan? May is a month when things start to warm up. I don't think it will be as hot as July and August. Things will be starting to warm up. You'll probably get some rain also. My suggestion when it comes to these things is just look at the temperature and weather forecast, historical weather forecast for the week when you are going to Japan, or the time that you're going to be going to Japan. That will give you a good sort of idea of a range to prepare for. Like look back at the last 3 years, and you'll be able to sort that out. Off question: is there something wrong with YouTube chats? My browser crashed at least 4 times this evening during the live stream. Yeah, my browser has crashed at least 3 or 4 times also. So maybe there is. Question: I'm going from Saitama Omiya Station. I've been to Omiya Station to Kanazawa on the Shinkansen on April 22nd. Can I just buy the tickets the day of travel? Is it usually full? I'm not buying the regional pass. Basically the same answer. When it comes to I'm not very sure actually if you need a reserve seat. I can't remember if you need a specific reserve seat. For some trains are reserve only, and I've got a feeling that actually I have a feeling that train to Kanazawa is a reserve only train. So you probably want to make sure that you book your ticket the day before, at least the day before. You probably don't need to book it on the same day. Although I could tell you that I've actually done that trip and booked the ticket on the same day. I mean the trip from Tokyo, not from Omiya, but does Tokyo Banana have a mascot? I don't know. Oh my god, they sell Tokyo Banana cushions. Are you freaking kidding me? No, don't tell me. My god, I need one. Specific for Kansai Hokuriku area pass. Okay. So not basically if you're staying in Osaka, Kyoto area. Makes sense, yeah. Makes sense. But the like I mentioned, the what was it? The JR Sanyo San-in area pass is 22,000 yen for 7 days. And it gets you all the way to Fukuoka, also, which is pretty cool. Where's my chat gone? Yeah. Belgium, no, but hi, Samurai Monkey. Oh, I mean Ninja, Ninja Monkey. Kampai to Samurai Ninja Monkey. Samurai Monkey Ninja. You can call me whatever you want. It's okay. Kageyaki is reservation only. I thought so. I mean, that's another anxiety. Yeah? To be honest, getting a seat on the Shinkansen or booking your seat on the Shinkansen. I mean, that was initially a real anxiety. I'm gonna have to look up these Tokyo Banana cushions for sure. If you don't need to be at a place at a certain time, on most of the lines there are frequent trains going in the same direction. Agree. It's all about whether you need to be at a place at a certain time or you want to leave at a certain time, then you need to reserve. So if you're gonna get up in the morning and you want to get a train at 9 a.m. on 9:30 in the morning, you need to reserve. Don't forget that some trains have non-reserved seats. This is another option. Non-reserved seats basically means first come, first served. And I'm going to give you a big tip here. And that is if you are opting to go for a non-reserved seat and getting there first come, first serve, you get there nice and early. For example, the train's at 9 and you're there at 20 past 8 or something like that, waiting for the train. You'll probably be able to get yourself a seat. However, my big tip here is to make sure that you make your way to Tokyo Station, even though Shinagawa Station, for example, your hotel might be closer to Shinagawa Station. Your best bet is to make your way to Tokyo Station to catch the train from Tokyo Station because it's a starting train. So by the time it gets to Shinagawa Station, those seats might be filled up, and those non-reserved seats might be filled up. But if you're there early enough for you to be waiting for the train, for those non-reserved seats, you should be fine. I wish I could just fly by the seat on my pants and it wouldn't bite me back on the behind. Adachi. Top always reserve. I agree. I mean, I always reserve a seat because I think that I know well enough that I can actually that I can that I need to micro plan my plans need to be prepared. Large luggage storage is a hard thing unless you luggage forward like Lani. Jose, how you doing? Ninja Monkey, where in Japan do you live? Do you have any meet and greet coming up soon? Possibly in May. Jose, how are you doing? I actually don't live in Japan, but I travel to Japan so often that people think that I do. My next trip will be in April. I'll be there from the middle of April to the end of April, more or less. I won't, unfortunately, be in Tokyo, in Japan, in May. Do I do meetups? I do meetups, but obviously I won't be able to do one in May. There's a possibility that there might be a meetup in the next 2 weeks, although I don't know. Yeah, but there's probably going to be a meetup sometime in the summer whilst I'm there for my long stint. Is it worth flying into Osaka for a couple of days and then taking the train to Tokyo for the rest of my trip for events? I would get the train, to be honest, to Osaka. Unless you are already at the airport and the connection is very, very good, then get the train. Catching the Shinkansen at Tokyo Station is a good idea, even if you have a reservation. Less of a rush to get to your seat since it's the starting point. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a little bit of an effort getting to Tokyo Station. You know, it might add an extra 10 minutes or 12 minutes or whatever. But if you don't have a seat, definitely will help. You know, frig lady, frig lady. Hey, Dream. No problem. We're here to answer your questions. Fukui Castle is right next to the train track. Should I buy Japanese yen before I arrive in Japan? Belgian nomad. To be honest, nowadays I travel with no yen or very, very little yen, but I totally recommend that you do go to Japan with some yen. Nowadays I use vending machines, ATMs, vending machines. Oh, the day when a vending machine is an ATM, that's when Japan will truly be living in the future. Oh, I plan a backup too. I mean, I've got. Let me see if I can show you. Example. I'll show you an example. Right? I'm going to show you a crazy example. I'm going to do a quick screenshot of part of my itinerary to show you how crazy I am. So this is the this is where are we? Okay, so I'm just plonking it there. So this is an example of part of my spreadsheet. And basically, I will be traveling in from Ashikawa to Farm Tomita, but I've actually written down every single possible train time, including the walking, so that if I miss one, I know when the next one is, or I can plan basically in step one from Ashikawa to Farm Tomita. Step two from Farm Tomita to um, Shikasi no Oka. Step three from Shikasi no Oka to Asahikawa. And I even looked up other ways around and stuff like that. And you can see at the bottom, I actually have each tab, which I can't show you right now, and I don't want to give away like very, very personal information. But each tab, like I've broken up each tab into a breakdown of each leg of the trip. So number one would be from Tokyo to Takayama. So I have all the information about what I'm going to do in Takayama, the train times in a very similar way. I've got all the train times leaving from Tokyo to Takayama, the Shinkansen numbers, everything there. And then like tab 2 would be from Takayama to Okayama, all the options for getting there, etc., etc., etc. So that gives you a little bit of an insight into my crazy micro planning. Micro planning. I think Duolingo is a good app to get you understanding some vocab. I don't think it's a good app to learn to speak Japanese, but you'll definitely have a better understanding of Japanese by doing Duolingo. An ATM is a kind of any machine, kind of, yeah. But the day that I can get a Coke Zero, the day that I can get a Pocari Sweat and my money at the same time, I'll be very happy. It vends cash. Back in the clay, did you use it? Did you use it? I tried. I've tried to look into it, but it's just way too complicated, way too restrictive, and it just doesn't work for me. It's too restrictive. I need to have flexibility for my travels. I don't need to be. I don't want somebody to tell me when I can get somewhere. And no, I took no cash with me and just got my money once I could use an ATM. That's more or less what I do. I carry a little bit of yen with me. Itoen Jasmine tea, 18 pack. Ooh. The markup for buying yen outside of Japan was a deal killer, sorry. Plus, I didn't actually ever need cash whilst I was in Japan. Really? Wow, no cash in Japan. Interesting. Vending machine takes some money and gives you stuff. The ATM gives you money to spend at vending machines. Okay, that is very true. Hey Rocky, how you doing? It's so bad that I always have yen in my wallet year round. Me too. Me too. You are worse than I am with that kind of planning. Because I've traveled enough in Japan to know that the last thing I need when I'm not just your typical tourist anymore. I am thinking about filming and content creation, and when I travel around Japan, I'm not just thinking about my itinerary, but I'm thinking about all the gear that I'm going to be carrying, what I'm going to be needing for each day, etc. If I'm filming, and therefore I need everything foolproof when I'm there. I've done farm to meter before. I'm going back. I'm going back. I mean, those are options. I might change my plans might change. On Facebook, I saw some crazy guy breakdancing on Shibuya Crossing. Reaction on the video were the best. Everybody calling him out and saying he should stop and respect Japanese culture. Yeah, I can imagine. I can totally imagine that. If that's micro planning, then mine's one step further. How? Tell me, Drew. My trip plans are photos, Gmap, points, notes, handwritten pages in a folder. Micro planning on steroids. I mean, I just showed you a little bit. I mean, there's a lot more to it. A lot more to it. Yeah, Hypedia. Gone are the days. Oh boy, so sad. Milking every moment, indeed. Yeah, kanji lessons are good. You get a good understanding, just speaking isn't there. Yeah, Tommy, I use Revolut and I also have a Wise, also have both. I use the Anagile domestic discounts most of the time when available, but will not use it outside of Japan. I did and almost missed my flights in Korea. Yeah, just very these in theory these deals are great, but in reality they're very restrictive, and it's fine for some people. It's just not fine for my style of travel. You did a day trip to Hakone. Some places that didn't take card, but the ones who didn't take card took Suica. Yeah, that is true. So I googled a bit now again. I think I will take Ikebukuro as my first stay in Tokyo. Okay, cool. I think it catches my vibe. Thank you all for your answers. Ikebukuro is pretty cool. I like Ikebukuro. And it's well connected, as Japan says. Saika! How are you doing? Been here listening, but just now able to write. I planned the same way with a spreadsheet and I don't do the whole filming thing. I love it. Yeah, I mean everybody has a way to plan, um, but for me, the more information that I have at hand before I go on a trip, and the more ideas I have of what and where I need to go, the less I need to stress, or the less I need to worry whilst I'm there. To be honest, some of the biggest mistakes was not planning for rain as well as I should have. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm always looking at the weather forecast when I'm in Japan, especially in the summer. It can be a little bit unpredictable. So, yeah, fly fishing. I have so many rail passes. I don't know if I still have them. I was looking at them the other day. Where are my rail passes? Maybe rail passes. I put them somewhere. Anyway, I have all my rail passes somewhere that I can't find right now. But I have a stack. I literally have a stack of rail passes. It's kind of crazy. Planning is all over sheets. Nice. I plan in detail, and I'm only there for a short time. I try to squeeze in as much as I can. Yeah. Alexander, I have a spreadsheet as well. Oh yeah, and the other thing is that don't really want to show you right now, but I have things color coded also. There is planning overload. It's true. It's true. I mean, in a way, the more that you plan before you go to Japan, the less you have to plan when you're there. So the less planning overload when you're there, if that makes any sense, you know? Only one night. Hey, 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 everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Only one nights. How are you? Oh, oh, and oh yeah, I do have a second channel. It's called Happy Gaijin. Check it out. Subscribe. I have vlogs on there, and I'll be streaming mostly from there when I'm in Japan. Please, and check out our also check out our podcasts, um, the Jcast. Hey guys, have you liked? Are you liking the stream? Don't forget to like the stream. We've got 42, 49 likes, 49 likes, guys, 49 likes, 63 viewers, 49 likes. I think we could do better than that. 66 viewers. So this is the time I need to be streaming. It's a little bit late. It's like 10 p.m. But maybe I could start a little bit later next week. I'm traveling during a Golden Week because that's when my sister and I can travel together. No problem. Going to Kanazawa, good choice. Nagano and Saitama is going to be horrible in terms of crowds. No, I actually think that you've selected some areas. I mean, Nagano maybe, but I think you've selected some areas that are not super popular. When I mean, compared to if you were saying you were going to Kyoto, you know, or something like that. But choosing places that are a little bit less visited, Kanazawa is still, you know, like less visited than Kyoto. So yeah. Which airport do I prefer? I really don't care. I mean, to be honest, it depends on where I'm staying. This case, and this time I'm staying in Ueno. I'm flying into Narita, which is perfect because I can get the train directly from Narita to Ueno, like super easy. But then if I'm staying elsewhere in Tokyo, then Haneda will make more sense for me. Color coding is essential. Oh yeah, we have a Discord, everyone, by the way. You can join the Discord. It's a great community there. An amazing Discord. Yes, that's right. It's an amazing Discord. What percentage of my life have I spent in Japan? Oh, Rocky, that's a very difficult question to answer. I don't know, but it'd be a very small percentage because I'm quite old. Just starting work, really. Nathan and my podcasts where we talk about Japan. Press follow. Yes, please follow. I just plan via pins in Google Maps. Actually, that works very well. Google My Maps is it called? My Maps. Google My Maps is pretty good also for making lists. It's pretty cool. That's probably going to be my next step. Once I've got my spreadsheet sorted, my next step would probably be to pin stuff. 50% of your life was in Japan. You're so lucky. Yay! Adachi, you like the stream? Awesome. Who's this? The J cast. Who is the J cast? Yeah, it all depends where you stay. Question: will we be able to book Shinkansen tickets on the new Welcome Suica app? The idea is that yes, certain Shinkansens, basically certain Shinkansens you'll be able to, yes. Have you flown internationally to Kicks? Or I have flown to Osaka, and I have flown internationally to Osaka, and I've also flown internationally to the Sapporo one. Well, okay, so I did a change in Haneda or Narita Airport. I can't remember to get to Sapporo to New Shitoes. I can't remember the name of that airport. Ooh. Do you know if there is a digital currency app I can use for my Android phone? I can get Suica, and I tried Passmo. I can't use either. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work for Android. Non-Japanese Android just won't work in Japan for Suica app. My Maps, yeah, I use My Maps also. That's it. New Chitose. Naha. I haven't flown to Naha. No. Church lady, will I get to see Tokyo Drew on the next trip? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure how he's doing or how he's doing to meet up with people. So I can't help to blame other channels like CGP. Kicks. Give it a kicks, everyone. Right, guys, I'm gonna start ending the stream, just letting you know. But I'm very excited to tell you that I have one Tokyo Banana left, which means that next Sunday will be my last stream before I'm in Tokyo. Because Sunday after that, I will be in Tokyo, which is super exciting. So don't forget to check out my second channel, The Happy Gaijin, where I will be streaming whilst I'm in Japan. And don't forget that on Wednesdays, depending on my schedule, depending on my commitments during the week, I try to also do a stream on Happy Gaijin channel, very similar to this, maybe a little bit more laid back. So yeah, it's been fun. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a fantastic evening and week ahead. Happy Monday morning, Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, wherever you may be. Stay positive, and like I always say, be a happy gaijin. And thanks for your support, those of you who have supported me, including Jim with the memberships, Lord McGray who gifted super chat, Lord McGray who also gifted memberships, Gold Coast who became a chat ninja, awesome, Frog Lady who gave for the banana fans, much appreciated, Voltage who became a member, Coexist who also donated, Mark G who also donated, Artorius who became a chat ninja, Alicia who donated, and also Lani who said thank you after being a member for 7 months. I really appreciate it. Arigatou gozaimasu. Stay positive, and to my moderators, obviously, always very, very thankful. Stay positive, be happy, Gaijin. Don't forget to check out my last video, comment, and like there too. See you. Bye.